Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Total Drama the Ridonculous Race, episodes 18 and on. Because as we are just doing now, just as a reminder, we are just kind of going with the flow and seeing how it goes. If we do 2 episodes again, great. If we do more, cool. Whatever I'm feeling up to in the moment. So, things are heating up because we're reaching the end here, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about it this time. We'll get the recap in the episode proper. But, yeah, we are really hooking into things here. Because this is episode 18 out of 26. There's less than 10 episodes to go. This is going to start getting down to the nitty-gritty, and although last time we did have a non-elimination with the haters, formerly gym lovers and everything, getting a second chance, I don't think they can do much of that anymore. Like, they can't have much of any more, how do I put it? Flybys, like flying by the seat of your pants kind of situations. Immunity rounds, I guess you could say. Let's put it that way. You can't have really much of any more immunity rounds. Like maybe one or more or something. But it's like you've got to really, we've got to really start narrowing this down. And I'm still questioning whether or not we're going to get a wild card come in, because that could be interesting to see. It could be interesting to see happen, but I don't know if we're going to. Either way, I'm excited to see what more we have in store, and yeah, we're probably going to at least get to 2 of these, I assume. But we'll see how it goes. So, let's just get this started and hope for the best. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black, then it fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So there's no way that I can be expected to remember everything that happened in these episodes. We reacted to 4 episodes today, and it's just like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But I can say that there are 5 episodes left, because we got through 21, so there's 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And there's 5 teams left. So that basically means there's, I think, going to be one more non-elimination. Because if we get an elimination in episode 22, we're down to 4 teams. In 23, we're down to 3. 24, we're down to 2. Then let's say there's a non-elimination, so 25... No, wait, there would have to be 2 non-eliminations, right? Because the last episode has to be down to 2 teams. So there's 5, let's try this again. I'm bad with math, you guys know that. I've mentioned this plenty of times on the channel. So we have 5 teams. So 22 is the next episode. We're down to 4. 23, let's say, is a non-elimination. 24, we're down to 3. 25, we're down to 2. And so 26, then we'll eliminate 1 and be down to 1. Okay, yeah. I think I did something wrong the first time. Okay. So that seems like what it's going to come down to, if it ends up just being 2 at the end. It might end up being 3 teams at the end, which would account for 2 more non-eliminations. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Out of the teams that are left, I don't want any of the Axis of Evil winning. Though if one of those teams won, the haters slash daters would definitely be my choice. As long as it is not the Ice Dancers or the Cadets, I am good with that. They are definitely my least favorite teams, without question. My choice to win, though, would be uh, the best friends, who might end up becoming partners. It's they're kind of playing around with it right now, and it's just like because at first she loved him, but he didn't have those reciprocating feelings, and now after she's kind of like given up on loving him, he's reciprocating those feelings, but she's acknowledging that there might be something there, and she's just kind of saying like, no, that can't be it, right? I want them to get together. I really do. I really do. I don't want it to end off either vague with them or to just kind of go into a like some kind of weird direction where it's like they just don't end up together. It's like it's been like the entire time there's been this entire will they won't they vibe they've been doing with them. I just want them to get together. Now, with how this went, I said in the reaction, I do not like how the Goths were eliminated. Like I said, I'm okay with them having been eliminated. Like, they were my number one choice. They were my favorites. But I was okay with the idea of them being eliminated, of someone else winning. But I didn't want to see them eliminated like that. And again, it's not an issue with the show exactly, because you're going to have shit like this. It just makes sense. But I just don't like the way it was done. And it's a personal thing. It's definitely more on me than anything. I just don't like how they handled it. Or not really how they handled it. I just didn't like that. I didn't like that they were eliminated because the Ice Dancers' interference. That just it makes me hate the Ice Dancers even more, which is probably the point. But at the same time, it just feels so cheap. It feels so like sad that that's how they're eliminated. That the bad guys got the last laugh in that regard. And at this point, them winning would be a slap in the face. Now, that might be the kind of vibe this show is going for, but I hope not. I really hope not. But yeah, it's like I just didn't really like how that was done. Out of all the challenges we saw today, my favorite was the magic one. Like I said in the reaction, I am a huge fan of stage magic. Whenever I watch America's Got Talent, the magicians are always my favorite acts. Like, it's just an inherent bias I have. I fucking love stage magic. It is the coolest fucking thing. I know it's all tricks. I know there's all, like, something behind it and everything. I've even heard a lot of the ways that they're done. But I love it. It's so cool. It's so fucking mystifying and wonderful. And so, yeah, even though, like, we knew how the trick was being done in the episode and everything, it was still just like, you're going to Las Vegas, you have, even though you're in the more desert area, it's like you're still having magic represented, and it's like, that's just cool to me. I just love that, you know? It's just, I just really, really like that. It's my shit. Not to mention, pretty much everyone who did the magic challenge instead of the dune buggies and wore the dresses, like, looked really good in the dresses. If I'm just being honest. Carrie probably looked the best, but that's also a heavy bias on my part because I already think Carrie is really attractive. But the one guy in the daters, I can't think of his name. Actually, both of them really. They both looked really hot in the dress too. Like they both worked it extremely well. It's just like everyone who wore the magician's assistant dress like really worked it. It's like just a lot of sex appeal. And it's like I know that that's not the point of the challenge and everything, and but still, it's like let me simp a little, you know, let me simp a little. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Um, I just again, it's just kind of my shit. Um, some of the eliminations, like I saw coming, like Jeff and Brody and Noah and Owen, it's like we're not going to have a veteran win. It's not going to happen. None of the veteran teams who have been here before are going to win. That's not how this show is done. The winner's going to be someone new, and it's going to be someone who really stands out. Um, Now, I'm not saying like with like previous seasons, there couldn't have been winners who had been on before, because like the first couple seasons were the same cast, pretty much, with like a couple of new ones added in each time. Um, but with this season, where it's mostly new characters and only a couple of the veterans, it's like the veterans aren't going to win. That's just not how this is going to work. I never expected them to win. I just was kind of along for the ride with them. Um, with Noah and Owen, it just kind of came down to the entire romance subplot with between Noah and Emma, which I think was actually really cute. If Emma and Kitty win, I think I'd be okay with it. Um, they're not my first choice to win, but I'd be okay with it. They're probably my second choice, even above the haters slash daters. I would put them as my second choice. Um, I still think the best friends, Carrie and Devin, are my favorites to win right now. Um, but yeah, I I just want to see. I, I want to see more stuff like that when the new season comes. I want to see just more cool stuff. Like I know the new season is probably going to be more akin to the original because it's like they're back on Total Drama Island. Chris and Chef are back and everything. So it's probably going to be more akin to the original where there's just two teams right from the start and they're going head to head and everything. It's like that's probably more going to be what it's about. But I'm definitely interested to see what kind of things go on with that. Again, I still haven't heard any news about when that's coming, but I really am excited for that, like genuinely. It's supposed to be sometime this year, but I just haven't heard anything new, which kind of sucks. Um, if I had to name a least favorite challenge in this, what would I say is the least favorite? Probably the rock cavern, the one we got pretty much at the end there. It's like it just felt boring to me. It's like they're going through a cavern with some pitfalls and spiders and shit. It's like, yay? It wasn't even they didn't even do anything interesting with it. Like the catfish one, the Komodo dragon one, it's like those were interesting. Um, Challenges like that were pretty interesting. The Dune Buggy or Stage Magic one was interesting. They had some fun with those. But this one, it's just like, eh? They didn't even really make it that fun. It just kind of was there. Um, I will say one thing though with Brody and Jeff's elimination. I do like how they basically sacrifice themselves. Um, because Devin and Carrie found the Don box, they chose to step back and let them take the lead. They chose to let themselves get eliminated, uh, basically just being good people. As they said at the end there, they played fairly. They played without cheating in anything, without any dirty tactics, and I will give them credit for that. The surfers were just good dudes. Like, I did like them. It's just I knew they weren't going to win. I knew that there was like no chance of that happening. So yeah, with the five teams that are left, the only two that I really don't want to win are the cadets and the ice dancers. Any of the other three I would be okay with, but there is a notable order. Carrie and Devin are obviously my number one, and it's not even really that close. Emma and Kitty are my number two, and the daters slash haters, who I can never remember the names of, are number three. As long as the cadets and ice dancers don't win, I'm good. I will be good if one of the other three teams win, and there's a 3 out of 5 chance of that happening. So there's a 3 out of 5 chance that I'll be at least satisfied with the winner. But then again, I don't know what's going to happen next, and there's still, I don't know if they're going to do it, and at this point I'm thinking probably not, because they would probably have to have another elimination challenge added in, or double elimination, if they did do this. But I'm still wondering if they are going to do a wild card. Because again, there's a lot of reality shows that will do a wild card. AGT does them. It would shake things up and be really interesting, for sure. I can't say for sure if they're going to do it. I'm thinking probably not at this point. Because they would have to do it soon, I would feel. Within the next couple of episodes, I think. Or at least by the time there's like 3 left, that's when they would have to do it, I feel. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just, I think it would be a cool addition to kind of shake things up and change things around. But I don't think it's actually going to happen. But either way, like I said, there's just, we did 4 episodes. There's no way for me to talk about everything that happened in all 4 of these. If there's anything specific that you want to hear more thoughts on, just feel free to ask. Feel free to comment down below and let me know if there's anything more you want to hear me talk about. And I'm very glad to go further into anything. In the meantime, though, thank you all so much for tuning in. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.